So what I want to do now is we have some people who have some thoughtful questions. So Kareem, you can unmute first and ask your first question. And if
During
it's
your
up to you, you can open your video. You can leave it the way it is, but go ahead, Kareem. It's up to you.
During your NFL career, which game or season standed out as the most memorable for you and why?
Well, obviously, I think the Super Bowl 20 year, that was the year we were 18-1 and won the Super Bowl. And that really propelled us to a lot of lifetime friendships. The 1985 season was a year that we only lost one game to Miami on Monday night. And it was a year when everybody just felt, because the year before we were 12-4 and lost in the NFC Championship to some great 49ers team, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Roger Craig. They were just a great team. And everybody decided that next offseason, man, we don't want to be here again. We want to win the whole thing. And so that year was very special. And it was special not just for our team, but for the fans, not just in Chicago, but all over, really the world. Because we had a rookie by the name of William Perry, who was 300 pounds plus, and at that time, that was huge. And he was doing some phenomenal things. I mean, they put him in the backfield, he caught a touchdown pass, he ran for a touchdown pass, he made great plays on defense, and the whole city got excited about that. But it really became a national phenomenon because of the character of the individuals on our team. And we were on national TV quite a lot, because an announcer by the name of John Madden just absolutely loved the Bears. And he wanted to follow the Bears every week. And so we were probably on about 10 times out of 16 games that year on national TV. And when you see that kind of momentum grows, it just makes that year very special for me and everybody that really witnessed it.
Kareem, ask the balancing a career question, because these, again, are athletes. And the problem that I see a lot of teenagers is they're playing soccer. Then they go to judo class, they're playing soccer, and they want to be in the school play, and they got to go to grandma's house, and all these things. And it's a lot of anxiety. So, Kareem, ask that question, your second one.
Balancing a career in media science, journalism, and television presenting with a professional fighting career is impressive. How do you manage your time and schedule between different activities?
Here we go.
I was going to say, people speak about, it's obviously a little funny, okay? People speak about work-life balance, but my balance is called work-train balance. You know what? The thing is, I have passion for all these things. You know, I love my job as a journalist and I love my sport. So obviously I needed to find a way to handle those two, you know. And obviously in that case, it means I don't have like Sundays off. I don't have Saturdays off. I just keep going. Obviously I need some rest every here and then, you know, but it's probably different from what most people experience, because both things really matter to me. And you have to consider, you know, like I'm 33 now and I have probably another, let's say 3-4 years if everything goes well and I'm healthy. But then after, you still have a life after. So you have to be smart. We cannot just put everything on one card, you know? This is what I learned throughout life. And that's why, even though I was always training, coaching, you know, being in school, high school, whatever, in my bachelor, master studies, whatever, I kept training. I kept going for my goal, because my ultimate goal was to have a career as a TV presenter and, you know, reporter and anchor, whatever, but also to be a world champion. And now, you know, I can say I kind of achieved everything. I'm obviously not there yet, like, you know, but there's still a way to go. It would be kind of boring if everything would work at the age of 33, you know, and what comes after. So now I have won my 6th world champion title, and I do my job. I mean, right now, because I'm like training for my fights, I'm not working as much in my job as before, so it's kind of low down a little bit. But, you know, once I stop my fighting and everything that is connected to that, I obviously will, you know, build from there. But I have the base. This is what is important. Like, you have to build a base, because without base, nothing is going to grow, right? If you don't have soil, there's no plant growing.
So I want to start to close things down, because I want to respect your time. But I know there are some sports questions here. So Justin, did you want to unmute yourself and ask your question out loud.
What was the toughest opponent you played in high school, and how well did you perform against them?
The toughest opponent in high school. That's a hard one to say, just because. I'm gonna say I was my toughest opponent. In high school, I was like All-American, All-State, or averaged 27 a game. It was not too many people like my peers to just stop it, like challenges. It was something called the boxing one, where they have like 3 or 4 players, or keep 2 players on me the whole game. And wherever I went, they put 2 players on me. So in high school, it was a little different for me. I was head and shoulders above kind of like the competition. But it's really hard to say. I played with guys, we was the best players in the state on AAU. So I can't count that because I really played with those guys. But challenging, it was some hard ones. I don't know, Lorenzo Guess, I don't know if y'all know that guy. Not a lot of people seen this challenge, but Kobe was a year ahead of me. So, but we weren't in the same state. That was like at a camp, right? Kobe Bryant, that's what I'm talking about.
What was your favorite highlight in your career?
Oh, wow, man, I got so many. I'm like, I don't know which one to choose from. Wow, it could be from the moment they called my name, just like Marc talked about, at the restaurant, and the family is there, my mom and dad, my friends, college friends, my family, neighborhood friends, and to hear the roar in the restaurant, that solidified that, wow, you've crossed over. Or it could be my very first game as a Carolina Panther, walking out into that stadium. Now, mind you, I'm coming from a school where we probably got in attendance on an average, probably about 1,000 people maybe, right? Or less. And then I'm going out onto a field where there are 70,000 people. I'm like, wow. And I gotta say this, now, I got many stories, but I'm pretty sure I have another opportunity to talk to you guys in the future. But in Carolina, my second year in the NFL, the announcer, now this is probably one of the greatest moments to actually, for me. The announcer, whenever somebody made a play, you have the announcer come on, play made by number 56, such and such, such and such. So he developed the slogan, or he had the fans to say my last name, right? So he kind of like, pitched it to them. He would say, on the tackle was number 38, Tyrone, and then he started saying like, who? After about a couple of weeks, come back again, playing a home game, and I make a play, and he says, on the play, on the tackle, was number 38, Tyrone, and then he was quiet. You had like about 70,000 people, give or take, saying poo. At first I thought they were booing me. I'm like, hold on, they said boo. They were saying Tyrone poo. I'm like, that was a moment that like, it still brings chills to me to hear 70,000 people like saying your last name. So yes.